All right, we all set, man. Let's run it back from the top. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Friday evening. Another KFTV Bleacher Report simulcast. CP the franchise on the Solo Dolo. On today's show, we're going to talk about the injury update to Jalen Brunson. The Knicks losing Captain Clutch last night in devastating fashion in a devastating loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. We have some injury reports to notify you guys on, and then let's talk about how the Knicks overcome this loss and get through the rest of the regular season and the playoffs, depending on when he comes back. So let's talk about it, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Salute to everybody watching, wherever you guys are at, man. YouTube, salute. Bleacher Report, salute. Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram. It's Friday. Hey, the weekend is here. That's the good news. The bad news is we got to talk about the captain, man. So let's lock in. Hit me up in the KFTV Discord. I'll be live. We'll probably go for about a half hour or so, and then we'll roll into Knicks versus Clippers play-by-play, and then Knicks post-game live, another late-night show as the Knicks continue the West Coast trip. So let's lock in, man. Salute to the family. Salute, salute. All right, man. Salute to the fam. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling who stayed up to watch this game and then to ultimately watch post-game? Salute to everybody. Salute to those people, man, especially. If you watch the game, if you tapped into play-by-play and you tapped into post-game, you are a real one. Salute to you, man. For me, I had to recover, man. I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning last night on the East Coast. I had to get up early. I had to get little man to school. So I was up by like 6:45. So I was teetering around 3-4 hours of sleep. Had to come back home and get my bearings, take a little old man nap. I needed another old man nap, get the coffee in. So I was in recovery mode today. That's probably why I still sound like that. So anyway, that's how it goes when they do those West Coast trips, man. That's just how it is. But for the real ones, for the diehards, we lock in. So a salute to you guys. Salute to my franchise channel members on the YouTube side as well. JT Riddick, I see you. Life of a Leo, Lopez, Aiden. How you feeling? Eric L. Beats, Talento, never misses a show. Flow174, I see you as well. All right, so this just in from Ian Begley, our guy, Knicks insider Ian Begley. Tonight versus the Clippers, Knicks are listing Jalen Brunson, right ankle sprain, and Mitchell Robinson, injury recovery, as out for tonight against the Clippers. Precious Achiuwa is questionable with left hamstring tightness. Now, Ian had also reported that in regards to Brunson, the x-ray came back negative on the ankle, which means no broken bones. So that is sort of a win. Now they just have to await the MRI, which will tell you the severity of the sprain. So that we don't know yet. We don't know the severity of the sprain. That'll tell you if it's 2 to 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, or 6 weeks or more. So good news that it's not broken, but not yet out of the mud. So stay patient and let's see what happens, man, with Captain Clutch. Just a demoralizing way to go out last night. This was the worst of the worst of the worst in terms of this loss. You had this team with a double-digit lead. Lakers come back in a ferocious manner in the second half. And look, Lakers are one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They were playing very well defensively, offensively. Luka was settling in. And so the Knicks did a good job taking it to him on both ends of the floor. So it's just unfortunate that this game came down to a lack of execution in crunch time, the 2-minute offense stymied, and insult to injury. Literally, you lose Jalen Brunson to an ankle injury. So absolutely unfortunate. Shout out to Felix Maldonado, franchise channel member. $5 super chat says, Puerto Rico in the house. Knicks have been forced to play without Brunson. That will help us down the stretch. Salute Knicks fans. This is a different time, isn't it? Last year, they were able to survive to a certain extent without Julius Randle, who was one of their dogs, one of their top dogs. But that was because you had Brunson. You had a 30, 40-point scorer who could put the team on his back. Now they are without Brunson. So this gets very interesting. And this was an interesting find here by our guy Fred Katz of The Athletic when talking about Brunson's contributions and dominance in this game last night and the Knicks' reliance on him. Jalen Brunson scored or assisted on 16 of the 18 points over the final 10 minutes of last night's game. The 2 points came only after he got hurt. He's the league's premier crunch time player this season, averaging 44.5 points per 36 minutes when the game is within 5 points and 5 or fewer minutes. So crunch time. That's the crunch time definition. Also, during those close and late moments, said Fred Katz, Brunson finishes 45% of the Knicks' possessions with a shot, a turnover, or a foul drawn. That's the highest rate in the NBA and 3 times greater than any one of the starters. He said Knicks have Towns out there also, but it's clear the fourth quarters is Brunson teams. Towns finishes only 12.6% of their clutch time possessions. So when we think about where this team is going to go and think about, where do we go from here? Well, it's going to start with Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay? It is going to start with your highest paid player. It's going to start with the guy who you in via trade change the dynamic of the team for. We're going to get to Bridges in a minute, but it's going to start with Towns. The all-star. Your MVP caliber player, your MVP candidate. It's going to have to start with Karl-Anthony Towns. Specifically, generating offense. You see, because with Brunson, they had a guy who could command the double teams and then play make out of that. And last year, they had that guy as well. His name was Julius Randle. As much as I blame Julius Randle for a lot of things, as much as I criticize Julius Randle for a lot of things, that was his main strength with this team. And that's what helped carry this team all under the limited offensive creativity of Tom Thibodeau. They were a great isolation team because those 2 guys could create, put pressure on the defense, draw double teams, and then things would flow from there. The 3-pointers and everything. So now it's time for Karl-Anthony Towns. I think the Knicks are going to have to find ways to get him active out of the post, get guys cutting, and you help generate some 3-point offense that way. I want to see Towns, putting the ball on the floor from the top of the key. Enough of that. You're the big man. You're the 5. Get the ball in the post and go to work. That has to be the standard. That has to set the tone. And KD in the chat says, Han said his knee's not good. Yeah, he's got patellar tendinopathy. His knee's not good. You could see it in the way that he's moving. And so even more reason why he shouldn't be putting the ball on the floor like a guard from the top of the key. Operate out of the post. So whoever the point guard is going to be tonight, I would have to think that Tibbs starts campaign. You go there. And you feed Towns and feed him often. That's just what it's going to be. And I know he came back from a personal issue, and we're going to talk about the clown show that tried to go in on him because of that. We're going to end the show with that. We're not going to give those guys airtime right now. So, Towns is number 1. Number 2, obviously, is going to be Mikal Bridges. They have got to figure out how to get this guy going. I know we're going to talk about the 5 picks, so on and so forth. The bottom line is he's on the team right now, and he's going to have to deliver. Some of you guys see this as my guy in the chat who just sent the super chat. As Felix says, this could be a blessing in disguise. Is this a way for Mikal Bridges to get his game going? Because right now, it's not a good look for him right now in the bright lights in New York City, wearing the heaviest jersey in the league. they've got to figure out how to get Mikal Bridges going. And the version of Mikal Bridges that they got to find is the one who first arrived in Brooklyn. This was a guy who his usage rate went up, but also as far as his shots, was more of the shot creator that we were hoping we were getting via this trade. That is the guy who, when he first came to Brooklyn, because he was creating shots for himself and he was shooting the ball very efficiently. We need that guy back. And the thing about Mikal Bridges is that whenever the Knicks have been without some of their high usage guys, remember, when you're in the starting five, you got Brunson, you have Towns, you have Josh Hart. There's a lot of usage out there. The dog OG, a lot of usage. Hey, and rightfully so. OG played a very good game last night. So now without Brunson commanding a lot of usage, I'm expecting Bridges to turn it up. He's got to be more assertive, and it's on Tibbs to run plays for him. Run him off the screens. We already know he's not going to attack the basket. We know that, unless they're playing fast, and I'm going to get to that next. But he's got to get more assertive, put the ball on the floor, and pull up in his mid-range. Play to your strengths. When he first got to the Nets, he was assisted on 84% of his threes. That put him in the 76th percentile amongst his peers. When he's gotten here to the Knicks, he's assisted on 97% of his threes. That's a product of the offense. It's a product of the guys that he's playing with. They've got to get him back to that guy with the Nets. The guy who was assisted on 55% of his shots with the Nets as compared to 77% here with the Knicks. So they've got to get to that. Bridges and Towns have to be the guys to step up. It's their time now. And it's on Tibbs to figure out how he's going to get these guys the ball. Fortunately or unfortunately, you're going to have Campaign running the show. And Campaign's going to have to know, hey, you can't be out here shot hunting when you got these two guys that need to get into a rhythm and get going. So Campaign is also going to bear some responsibility here to help get these guys the ball in their spots. Can't be having you, unloading the slingshot 23 seconds into the shot clock. We can't be having that. You got to relax out there, Campaign. Last night against the Lakers, he was brutal. So that needs to happen. Bridges and Towns. Another thing with Bridges, where I think the Knicks, where I think they can help and what they can do is by playing faster. I think you got to get Bridges out in transition. And playing with Payne, who likes to run it up, can help. McBride also spoke about, if McBride is out there, McBride also spoke about playing faster, playing with pace. I think those guys can help. Because when you get Mikal in that half court, things get a little bit stuck. Remember, he's not going to be attacking in the back court. Another guy who's going to benefit by playing faster is Josh Hart, who plays better in transition. So those things have to happen. And lastly, defense to offense. Defense to offense. If you're going to be without Brunson for an extended period of time, you're going to have to get after it defensively, create turnovers, which will allow you to play fast and catch the defense in cross matches, catch the defense offset in terms of numbers. Maybe you get, 3-on-2 advantage, 4-on-3 advantage, and you can score that way. You're looking for easier ways to score buckets when you're not caught in the half court. So that's on the dog. That's on Bridges. That's on Hart. That's on McBride. Shamet Paint, set the tone defensively when you're in these games. Grab the boards to limit the second chance opportunities. Those are going to be some of the keys here. And then obviously, from the bench, You're going to need McBride. You're going to need consistent play for McBride, whether he's starting or on the bench. His role becomes more important. Is Tyler Kolek going to get called up? Is now the time that we get to see more Tyler Kolek? It's funny that when Ian Begley was on the show earlier this week, I did ask him, I said, when is it going to be Tyler Kolek time? Because as I said earlier this year, some of you guys that watch this show religiously, I said, yeah, they're going to roll with Payne for sure. But you can bet that there's going to come a point in time when he's going to wear out his welcome in this rotation. That's just who Cam Payne is. And they're going to get caught out there with a lack of a playmaker. Remember, that was an issue last year off the bench. Who's going to play make? And it's an issue now in terms of not having a consistent playmaker for the bench, and also in their inability to get quality three-point shots. And some of you guys are like, hey, I don't see what they see in Kolek. Well, listen, at the end of the day, this is what you have right now. This is what you have right now. This is your roster. So they have no choice but to see what these guys can give them. This is just what you're dealing with. Yeah, he's going to be a turnstile in the defensive end, but he can shoot the three, and he can definitely play make, and he can play with pace. Those are three things that Kolek can do. Defensively, he's going to get overmatched, but it is what it is. As JJ in the chat says, Deuce ain't reliable. You got a point there, but again, this is what we have. So those are some of the things, man. And if you guys want to call in, call me up on the Discord. I know some of you guys were trying to get in last night. We had a lot of callers last night at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We wrapped up last night's show at like 2:30 in the morning. So we had to cut it, and I know some of you guys weren't able to get in. We'll be back tonight at 10 at a post game, probably 1 o'clock post game. It's going to be very late again. So we'll get some of you guys back in there, and we'll try to get some newer voices in there who didn't get in on the previous night. But those are my thoughts, man, and how this team gets it going. Like, obviously the Brunson injury is very tough. This was tough to get through. I felt like I was hungover last night trying to process. But this is just what it is. This is how it works in sports. Adversity is going to come. And this could be, as people said in the chat, a good test to see what these guys are made of. So for Towns, for Bridges, let's see what's up. For the dog OG, hey, can you give me another one tonight? You got Kawhi Leonard now. Now he's got to take on Kawhi Leonard. He took on Luka last night. He's got to go up against Kawhi Leonard. That's going to be interesting. Defense to offense and playing with pace. Now, as I go back to this Ian Begley injury report here, because this is interesting. I was wondering, when Ian was on the show earlier this week, and we talked about, what's up with Moses Brown? What's up with the Moses Brown situation? I mean, dude, is it clear that the Knicks have no interest in bringing Moses Brown up with that last roster spot? I don't know. Or maybe they're waiting for the absolute, worst case scenario here. But with Mitch out tonight, Towns is the only center, and he's saying Preston Achiuwa is questionable with left hamstring tightness. Because I was wondering if the reason they sat Precious out was to ensure that he didn't get injured last night, knowing that they weren't going to play Mitch on the second night of a back-to-back. So I like how they're treating the Mitchell Robinson situation. But with no Huck Porty and Karl Anthony Towns right now is the only center, is Precious really going to play tonight? Gotta hope so. Hell yeah, it's going to be a tough one tonight. There's no question about it. I don't know how much they got left. Mind your business in the chat. Said Delon Wright at center. I would have to think Delon Wright might have to get some burn, because how I'm looking at this starting five, I think he's going to start Payne. He has started. Payne has started one game this year when Brunson missed. I think he will start Payne, Bridges, Hart, OG, and Towns. Then you have McBride, Shamet, hopefully Precious. And then, we'll see about Kolick, but it could be Delon Wright. It could be Delon Wright getting some burn. So what do you guys think, man? Call me up in the KFTV Discord. Let me get Kareem the Dream in here. Kareem, are you there? Unmute your mic. Kareem. Do we have Kareem? I don't know if he would just stayed up in the Discord from last night. We might not have Kareem. Say Quizzy, are you there? Say Quizzy.
You can hear me?
Yo, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I'm a little sad about the Brunson injury.
Yeah. I was hit, bro.
It could be like a good thing at the same time because this team need to find other offense than just let Brunson carry the ball. I don't know what Tom Thibodeau plays he do. He probably in the thing like move out the way, give Brunson the ball. We can't do that all the time. We need somebody else to make plays, and Cat and Bridges got to step up. They got to find some way to create offense, and if they do, hopefully we could use that when Brunson come back. Because in playoffs, I believe in Brunson, but I feel like that play won't work every time if teams know what they're gonna do, and they're just gonna make Josh Hart shoot if he's on the court, like how the Lakers did.
Yeah.
So we need to find other plays, and then the minutes got to go down. Because I ain't gonna lie, OG been playing crazy minutes, and we don't need another injury for him.
We can't afford it. You got Hart with a chronic knee injury. And, and JJ in the chat was asking this question. I'll ask it to you as well. He says, are we at the point now where it's, F seeding and just get healthy? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm to be honest, I'm fine with that because regardless, we're going to have to play Boston and Cavs anyway.
Yeah.
So it ain't I don't think we're going to get to that second seed anyway. So right now, it's just trying to be healthy. I'd rather be healthy and play the teams than being injured than playing the teams. Because then if we're not healthy, then the excuse is, we're not healthy, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about the seeding, man. We're 4.5 games out. Forget the second seed. We're not getting that. And Milwaukee's 3.5 out. They have won 4 straight. We play them one more time in April. At the end of the day, if you slip to 4 and you got to play the Pacers, are we scared of the Pacers? No. If I'm getting a healthy Brunson back in the squad, relatively rested, end of the season playoff type rested, I'm not scared of the Pacers in a 4-5 matchup. We still get first round. And Detroit is playing just as well as they are. So I don't think dropping to 4 is a big deal.
Yeah, I'd rather that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not trying to drop to 5. I'm trying to be in the Garden for game 1. So 4's okay. 4's all right with me.
Yeah, 4's okay. Because we're going to have to play the Cavs or Boston. And if we're not healthy, then that's the excuse. I'd rather be healthy playing those teams.
Right.
And then see what we can do. But that's all I got to say.
Yeah, it is. But unfortunately, as Tibbs said last night, he's resting nobody. He's not resting anybody. They're in a tricky spot, man. Even a night like tonight, I would go full sail, I'm going Payne, Deuce, Dottier. I don't even know who else they got left. What's the kid's name? Beauchamp. Beauchamp, you want to play the 4? It's the 3 seed or the 4 seed really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Whether you play Detroit or you play the Pistons. Doesn't matter, man. What do you guys think, man? Salute to everybody in the chat on this Friday. Hope everybody's feeling well. Recovering from last night. It took me a little while, man. I had to get my old man napping. I still got, my last night voice on. I haven't recovered. Felt like I was partying. Shout out to GQ, franchise channel member, $20 super chat. Says, expecting Tibbs to run anything other than an ISO ball is a pipe dream. That was evident last night against LA. It will be ISO heavy tonight with Bridges and Cat taking turns. Yeah, unfortunately, you might be right. But that's why I'm also saying that it's got to lead with their defense. They have to get out in transition and play better. Get better in transition. Off of steals, off of live turnovers, if they have the energy for that. So, yeah. But what do you guys think about that, man? Are you worried about the seeding, or are you okay with just, hey, we land where we land as long as we're healthy? Shout out to Dwayne Vogel, returns to the franchise channel members. Dwayne, man, salute to you. Glad to have you back with us, man. Salute to Dwayne. Salute to Dwayne. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, Mikal Bridges. I'm just looking at his transition numbers here with the Knicks. Off of live rebounds, they're a better team with him in the lineup in transition. Off of steals, not so much, a little bit lower, but off of live rebounds, they're pretty damn good. So you gotta play with pace, man. You get Bridges going. Shout out to Super Dope Hip Hop, $5 super chat. He says, "Oh man, we got a Pacer fan in the building. You know, Pacer fan TV ain't cooking like that, so they're here with us." He says, "From a Pacer fan of 40 years who loves the Knicks Pacers rivalry since '93, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals and 3 of the Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals and Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals since '94." All went 6-7 games. Hope we make it 9 times this year. Dope content. All right, so shout out to Super Dope Hip Hop. We got people showing love here. We got Pacer fans showing love in here. Shout out to him, man, for the support. Shout out to him for the support, man. He even threw the super chat in there after I told him we're not scared of his team. I was playing the Karl Anthony Towns highlights of him dog walking the Pacers in their building, and the guy still sent a super chat. That's love. Salute to that guy. Call back anytime. But yeah, now we get love from fans from all teams, so we appreciate that. All right, we got Kareem the Dream back up on the Discord. Kareem, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You get
loud and clear. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Appreciate the hoodie, the KFTV beanie.
Yes, sir.
I even got Mando, bro.
Oh, wow. You got shout out to our sponsors at Mando. Salute to them, man.
Yeah, man.
When'd you get your hoodie? When'd you get your hoodie?
You know, I got the hoodie like last season, I think.
Oh, okay.
I got the beanie this season. I got Huckamania like a few weeks ago.
Wow.
I thought I didn't know he was gonna get injured. I was about to roll through with my Huckamania jersey, or I guess a t-shirt.
Yeah, I feel you, man. You're a good shopper at shop.KnicksFanTV.com, man. We appreciate you, man.
I'm looking for my loyalty points. I don't know if I get like a raffle ticket or something.
You know what? Shoot me an email, man. I'll shoot you a discount code, man. I appreciate that, man. Loyal shopper, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. What I put in the super chat, you know, I listened to all the shows. I'm in the replay gang too. And the guy from the Warriors who's talking about Mark Jackson, I'm kind of thinking he might be right. Like Tibbs, great coach. Mark Jackson, great coach. But next season, if we go second round and play Celtics and lose again, I don't think he's lasting. So I'm wondering who our Steve Kerr is. Because Tibbs, great coach. But if we can't, last time I sent the super chat, I said if we can't figure out offense at the end of a game, you know, we need to find someone who can unlock Mikal Bridges, you know. Yeah. Clearly the Lakers are playing above their roster. You know, Luka can't play defense, and they're the number one defense. Who's our Steve Kerr?
Yeah, I think that was a fair take by you, and I agree with that. Like, look, if they don't meet expectations next year, he will be gone. They're gonna look for a coach that can unlock these players because Leon has put himself in a jam here with the Mikal trade. It doesn't seem like he's either being utilized right. He's not playing up to expectations, right? So you're going to move on from the coach, and then you're going to try to get a new coach in here, a Kenny Atkinson type that can make this thing work. And then after that, if it don't work, then you look elsewhere, maybe destroy and rebuild. Hey, maybe they move Mikal in the offseason. I have no idea. But the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is you're going to go for the new coach first. And I think that will be after next season. You're right on that. I agree with you there.
Hey, yeah, we'll see. At least, as folks have said, our young guys, if we don't see Tyler Kolek while Jalen Brunson is out, then I don't know what we're doing. You know, we got young people. Let them play.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate the call, man.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Man, absolutely. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that take that we had from Sam on the Warriors pod that Alex did. Great job by Al. Let's go to that clip by Sam, and this is what Kareem is referring to here. Salute to everybody in the chat. Here we go. Oh, let me unmute my Instagram here. Let's hear it. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that take. Hang on. That we had. I got a thing here. I'm not sure if it's gonna play because you know what? I gotta find it on Twitter. Hang tight. So while I find that, let me pull up. I went to Kareem's Dream already. Somebody else was on the Discord and they dropped off. All right. I gotta pull some. I gotta do some rearranging real quick and find that. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up on the feed, boys. CP the franchise in the building. Injury update. No Jalen Brunson tonight against the the Clippers. Right ankle sprain. X-rays negative on his ankle as well. And yeah, we're just in here chopping it up, man. Bleacher Report simulcast. So to everybody watching. All right, I'm trying to find this clip here from Alex and Sam, and I'm gonna pull it up right this second. Okay, here it is.
This season, everyone's complaining about Tom Thibodeau and saying, hey, we got to move on from this coach. Granted, this is the same guy that has helped us pour ourselves out of the dumpster. And a lot of people are asking for a change at the head coach because they believe that there's a lot of untapped potential in the roster. And a lot of the examples that people go to is, oh, well, look what the Golden State Warriors did. They went from Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr. Did people know watching Mark Jackson that you need to go to the next step? How do you even evaluate that?
The Warriors have not been good for 20 years. They made the playoffs once between 92 and 2013. You get Mark Jackson in there and they look competent. It was pretty well known that the front office was unhappy with his preparation for games, unhappy with player development. It was very well known that the owner and front office had issues with him. It was hard for a lot of the fan base and the public to really understand why he'd move off of that. History shows it was the right move.
This season,
yeah, okay, so in the Warriors example, sure, history definitely showed it was the right move, and with the Knicks, maybe it does as well, but I think the one major difference is this is a family here. It's layered. Mark Jackson didn't have the same relationship with the Warriors front office that Tibbs and Leon have. Not saying that he's untouchable or that they won't make a move, because according to Ian Begley, they came close to pulling the trigger on Tibbs either last year or the year before that when this team was kind of stuck in the mud in the first half of the season. Remember, there was a report that Worldwide West wasn't happy. Who knows how true it is, how accurate it is, but it's relationship business. So I just think because of that and because of his success with this team, he will be given a longer, I hate to use the word rope leash, but he will be given more leeway to turn this thing around. But I think the pressure is going to keep mounting, and it'll start from the top and trickle on down. From the top of the top, if you know what I mean, and then trickle on down. So it'll be interesting to see. But you guys let me know your takes, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP on the Friday Bleacher Report show. What's going on with this? Mavericks. Oh, man. Mavericks lost another guy. Omax. Olivier Maxence Prosper is out with a serious right injury. So season-ending surgery. So the Mavericks walking wounded continues. Tough one, man. Olivier Maxence Prosper is the next one. Next guy to go down on the Dallas Mavericks. Let me slow down my YouTube here. My YouTube is dragging right now. Dragging a showdown. Let me slow that down. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Yeah, Omax is out of there. Okay. All right, I want to salute one of my sponsors of the day, man, and that is Skims. You guys know about it, man. The official underwear partner of the NBA, as well as KnicksFanTV, man. Fellas or ladies, whoever's watching, check out the Skims collection, the men's or the women's collection. And I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Especially for the fellas, man. Check out, because with Skims, they have a number of men's apparel. You got boxers and briefs, you got tees and tanks, hoodies, sweatshirts, a lot of athletic apparel, and then also like loungewear as well. Check out the 5-inch boxer briefs, man. This is what Skims sends to me. And even though I'm a boxer guy, I did try it, and I rock with it heavy, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. I definitely recommend the 5-inch boxer briefs. Great material, stretchy, athletic, form-fitting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to be form-fitting sometimes for the lady. You know what I mean? For your significant other. And at the end of the day, it doesn't ride up on you. So you can play basketball, you can hoop, you can work out in it, and you could stay comfortable. They're kind of just like athletic tights, but in boxer brief form. So I would definitely check out the 5-inch boxer brief. But either way, they have an extensive collection. They sponsor a number of NBA athletes, including Donovan Mitchell, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the like. And so, yeah, man, check out the Skims collection at skims.com. And once you make a purchase, here's how we get our credit. Once you make a purchase, they will email you a post-purchase survey asking you how you heard about Skims. And you just click on the podcast option, and then you click on Knicks Fan TV. All right, so salute to our guys at Skims. Salute to Kim K and them for sponsoring this show. Okay, all right, so there he is with Skims. Let me get some more people here on the Discord. Mr. Royal, are you there?
I'm here. Let me see, P.
Yeah, how you doing, man? What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
My name is Daniel. Mr. Royal is a handle. My last name is Royal. So I love what y'all do. Shout out to KFTV. Shout out to you. I love the Knicks energies. My first time calling. Yep. I've been listening for about 4 years. And am I still live?
Oh yeah, this is your show, man.
My first time calling.
Okay.
Just a couple things. I mean, I know the loss of Brunson sucks. It really sucks. But this is an opportunity for our other two $200 million guys to show up.
That's right.
Cat, I know he's coming back from a personal matter. He was a little down last night. But when he gets the ball, he got to do something with it. The drives from the 3-point line, in the words of the illustrious CP, the franchise, we don't need that.
Yes.
We don't need that. And OG's been looking like OG for the last couple games, so that's great. As far as Mikal goes, I think, as Knicks fans do, we get a little emotional. But I think realistically, even though we're far into the season and he should be up to speed by now, he is dealing with a big role change. It's easy to be the guy when you're the number one option on the Nets, right? Mm-hmm. When you come into a situation like the Knicks where we got 5 starters who all need the ball and there's only one ball, I think he's kind of trying to find his way to fit in. I don't think all the roles on the team are defined, aside from Brunson, Josh Hart, and maybe Cat. I think, especially with OG's contract, he's got to be the third option with that big contract. But I think Mikal, he's going to come along eventually. At least he needs to with all the assets we gave up for him. But
listen, man, he is the most important Knick as it relates to their success with this core. He's the most important, bro. He's the most important. I've been saying it since they got him. How's he going to fit in? Because he is the most important. They, as you see, with the crunch time offense and what we're going to probably see without Brunson is their lack of playmaking and shot creating.
Right.
He has to be the guy. He's got to be able to do it.
Right. I mean, I agree. But I don't know if he's going to get, I don't know if he has the confidence. I don't know if with all the other guys that need the ball, I don't know if he's found the confidence to do that. I don't know if he feels comfortable doing it because it seems like he's not comfortable. Even at this point in the season, he still seems uncomfortable, making decisions.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, that's just my take on that.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I got for now, but.
No problem, man. Call back anytime, man. It's your first time calling in, man. That's a good call, man.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, man.
Shout out to y'all.
Yes, sir. You as well, man. You as well.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's get to some more. Let's go rapid fire. Still got to do post game tonight, so let's go rapid fire. Oh, we got to get to this guy. Here we go, man. He didn't join us on post game last night. All right, let's get to him, man. Let's get to LD. LD, let's go.
Uh-oh. It's your worst enemy.
Let's go. Never use that word with you, man. Let's go, man. I would say nemesis.
First of all, how you doing? You good? You good?
Yeah. Maintaining, man. Surviving and thriving, man.
I feel you. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to see if you agree or not disagree, and you can explain why.
Sure.
Would you agree that with Jalen Brunson's play style, we've actually been fortunate over the span of these 3 years that he hasn't been more injured than he's been?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he has been, but not to the point where you're missing serious time. Like, remember, he had the foot, the mysterious foot injury. He had the thumb type of thing that he still played through.
Exactly.
And then he ultimately broke his hand in Game 7.
Exactly. The reason why I asked that, or the reason why I'm making that statement, is because if you look at the Derrick Roses of the world, Ja Morant's, who else? These smaller point guards who attack the paint, the risk is higher for them because that paint is unforgiving when it's unforgiving. Obviously, yesterday was a freak accident. He stepped on somebody's foot. Unfortunate. But I bring that up because, I'm always going to go back to Thibodeau, right? Obviously, we're heavily relying on him. Do you think it makes a little bit more sense long term for us to try to play Jalen Brunson outside of the paint, facilitating, than attacking as much as he does because of these chances of higher injury risk?
I mean, I think like these guys are just gonna let the game dictate. The Ja comparison is a little bit different because Ja's a shitty shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fair point.
He's not a good shooter. So how his game translate as he gets older and it gets injured more, because it's going to happen, like, the shoulder injuries and things like that. I think that's going to impact his game. But with Brunson, he's such a good 3-level scorer. He's just got to let the game dictate. And it's a catch-22, man, because it's like, yes, you definitely want to see a more diversified and more fluid offense in crunch time. But in crunch time, especially in the playoffs, is when you're going to go to your best players as well. Right.
Like what happened to, what's it called? It's crazy this just happened to him. Similar stuff happened to Kyrie. Obviously, he didn't jump on land on somebody's foot, but attacking the paint again, high risk. I mean, I think some are calling it a blessing in disguise. I don't think it's a blessing per se. I get the point that it's a blessing in disguise because we could get to see other people playing. But I think the more we could avoid things like this, because look, man, I didn't call in because I was pissed.
Okay. I'm getting an update here from a source. I'm getting an update here from a source right now on the Brunson injury. What I'm hearing is, what I'm hearing is no high ankle sprain.
Cool.
No surgery.
Good.
But probably out till playoffs.
Oh no.
That's what I just got right now. No high ankle sprain, no surgery, but probably out until playoffs. That's the update.
That's about what, 2.5 months about? Right?
Playoffs is the last day of the season is the 12th, and then you have in-season tournament. Here we go. Let me see here. Hang on. Last day is the 13th
of April.
Last day is 13th of April. So figure he's
all right. So at least
probably out until playoffs is what I'm getting. Probably out.
At least there's a chance he returns, which is the blessing in disguise, because now we could get to see, just like last year, we get to see who else on the bench can step up and actually do a job if needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeesh. Hey, I'm gonna let you get back to your stuff because I know this is big news. But
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hang on. Okay. There it is. Salute to everybody in the chat. So that's what I'm getting right now on the Brunson front. No high ankle sprain. No surgery required, but most likely out until playoffs. And I was that's the best option. I don't think there's no need to rush him back to finish out the regular season, especially with an ankle sprain, because you don't want to re-aggravate the injury. So But it looked bad, man. You know, it looked bad from even just watching this yesterday. That this wasn't a 1 week injury. All right, so yeah, this is what we're getting here. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute CP the franchise here. Breaking news on Jalen Brunson. If you guys didn't hear already, obviously he's going to be out tonight, but no high ankle sprain, not high ankle sprain, no surgery required. Likely to be out until game 1. So that's the news there. All right. That's the news there. So, hey, it's next man up. Everybody's going to have to lock in. And we just take it from there. Let me get Nick in here. And then and then we'll wrap. I was gonna get to this dream myself. Honestly, I don't even want to give it any time, man. I'll get back to it another time. It's just really not important. It's about the captain and his health and return. STG Nick, go ahead and unmute your mic. STG.
What's up, CP? Shout out to you for always bringing the news fresh off the press from the sources. Yeah, I knew, like you said, yes, I knew it was bad when it happened, and this is almost ironically the same situation we were in 2 years ago with Julius going down right around the same time when he had that ankle injury against Miami, and then he missed until his first game back was game 1 against Cleveland. We were having that whole discussion, like, should he, play right before the playoffs to get into a groove? So it'll be interesting to see as it's March 7th, and we're about a month out from that final game. I think it's in Brooklyn to wrap up the season. So maybe they hold him out until then. We'll see what they do there. As we've seen before, they're willing to have them just kind of be thrown into the fire like they did 2 years ago with Cleveland. Then my main point that I wanted to bring up also was, now that we have this diagnosis, we know what the potential last month would look like. Do you think they're going to start campaign? Brunson has only missed 1 game all season. There was that New York State game against Utah. I know Tibbs likes to keep that bench unit together. Like even when before, like he would like to keep Quick off the bench. Like he would not start Quick, even though Quick was probably better than, Burks or other guys we've had before. But so I was just wondering what your thoughts were. Do you think they just go with Cam the rest of the season? They keep Deuce off the bench, but Deuce is obviously going to close over Cam though. Just Cam will start the game.
Yeah, I that's what I think they'll do. He tries to keep that bench in a rhythm. You still have Deuce as your scoring option off the bench, and you get Campaign in there as he's capable and a better playmaker than Deuce, a smarter point guard, if you will, than Deuce. Just erratic when it comes to the shooting. So this is it. This is it, man. In Payne we trust.
Yeah, that's how it's looking. And then even now, like, I'm not surprised, but I saw Mitch is out tonight, and it's expected, back-to-backs. He's getting eased back into it. With Precious questionable, too, and the way Towns has been, going through the injury. I mean, like, that final roster spot, like, do you think they're going to make a move on that soon? Like, I'm not really sure, like, what they're waiting for with that.
I'm waiting to hear on that. When we had Ian on, didn't seem like the Moses Brown thing was like that, that high on their list. Does that change now with this injury? You know what I mean? That was before Brunson got hurt. Does that change now? Do they just get another guy in there for the depth?
Yeah. And even I know, like, I'm usually not like on the high like of like playing the young guys just to play them, but like, do you even give Tyler Kolek a look now?
Absolutely.
Now that you're,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you have to.
The creator has to get a look. He did. Did last time when Brunson missed a game. He did get in there. He's got to get a look. Tyler's got to get a look, man.
And he also brings what we're missing, and that is playmaking. And Tyler, like, obviously the defense might be a little bit of a concern. But his playmaking is like, we definitely need that.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. I'm getting a call here. Hang on 1 second.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Kolek, man. Definitely going with Kolek. He's got to get some burn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Hang in there, man. STG Nick, hang in there.
Sounds good. See you guys later.
All right, later. All right, that's STG Nick on the Discord. Just refreshing my phone here just in case. Knicks and Clippers tonight at 10:30. So to everybody in the chat, once again, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the franchise here. As we said, talking about the captain, Jalen Brunson. I just got a text saying that no high ankle sprain, no surgery, but probably out until playoffs. That's what we're getting here. All right, so speedy recovery to the captain for sure. Hey, gonna need him, man. Gonna need him. But hey, rest him up, man. It's what's this team's record right now? They are 40-22, 62 games. We got 20 games left. Just let him rest. Let him rest. And that's that. Okay. Let's get to our underdog picks. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We're getting it popping here. Let's go. Okay. Let's get to that. Let me just close that up. Everybody in the chat, I see we got 1,000 people in here. Always a good time. Great to see everybody. Tough circumstances for sure. But hey, that is the life of a Knicks fan, man. That is what it's like to rock with the orange and blue, man. When we say it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. That's what it's about, man. Got to get it popping. Next man up, and we'll see what they're made of. Okay. Let me get my underdog screen here up and make my picks for today. Underdog fantasy, man. Pick them, watch them, win them. Use our code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. Now, as I said last night, if you guys were watching last night, I had a good night last night. I hit 3 out of my 4 picks. And so we're going for a winning streak tonight. We're going for a winning streak tonight, man. All right, so let's see who I liked. I did write this down. In this game tonight, you know what? STG Nick brought up Deuce. Well, let me see first and foremost if they have Nick lines up here. Okay, they do. Okay, so on the pick'em side in Underdog Fantasy, what you're going to do is pick between 2 to 8 players, and you're going to predict whether or not they go higher or lower on a given stat category that Underdog lays out. So I'm going to go with Deuce, but the good thing is with Underdog is like you can go with a lower number. You can slide the numbers. If you want to go lower a little bit, you're going to get less of a payout. Or you could go higher if you're really confident and get more of a payout. I'm going to go a bit conservative on Deuce's point number, but I still feel like with his usage, he's going to get an opportunity to score the ball. He's going to have no choice but to score the ball. So I'm going to go Deuce McBride with higher than 9.5 points. I still think he's coming off the bench, and I like that number there at 9.5 points. I'm not going to get greedy here. I'm just going to play it safe and go with the numbers that I like. So I'm going to go with Deuce in this game with higher than 9.5 points. Now, with Karl-Anthony Towns in this one, I just have not liked how he's been moving that well, even though he's going to be, one of the sole scoring options. The Clippers have done a good job on opposing centers. They, especially when they have Zubac out there, they have the size. I'm going to go lower on 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I just don't like how he's moving out there. But, I mean, this could be like a 30-point, 10-rebound game for Towns. So he could get that. What do you guys think, man, with Towns? So I go higher or lower with Towns? He's got his points projection is 24.5 points. What's his rebounds for projection? 12.5 rebounds. What do you guys think on Towns? 1.5 3-pointers made. Do I go lower on 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists? How much did he do last night against the Lakers? And this is the second night of a back-to-back. Yeah, I'm going lower. I'm going lower on this. Because I'm not even liking how this team might come into town on the second night of a back-to-back. And he's not shooting well. I'm going lower than 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The lady doesn't like when I go against a team. But I go with my head, not my heart. Pause. Okay? Now, this was another one I was looking at because the Toronto Raptors, speaking of injuries, the Toronto Raptors have a ton of injuries, And so I'm going with the former Nick. I'm going with Quick. Higher than 20.5 points. Quickly's hit that number in, in like two, I think it was like 3 out of his last 6. But the Raptors are without RJ. I think Grady Dick is also out. And they're going up against a Utah team that can't guard anybody. I'm going for a big night for my guy, Quick, man. Shout out to Quick. Definitely miss him here on this Knick team. And shout out to him. Next, I'm going with the Joker, man. I'm going with the Joker. Denver against Phoenix. I think this is a triple-double night. You got this Phoenix team absolutely reeling. And I'm going to go with higher than 23.5 rebounds and assists for the Joker. Okay? So I'm going to put $20 up. Now, with Underdog Fantasy, you can go with the standard payout or you can go with the flex. I'm going to go for the gusto tonight. If I go with the standard payout, I can play for $132 with $20 wager. Or I can go with the flex, where if I get all 4 correct, I get $79. I win $79. Or if I get all 3 out of 4 correct, I win $20. I'll go for the gusto tonight. It's Friday night. I'm feeling bad about the captain. I'm going for this. So here we go. That's my sheet for tonight. Deuce McBride higher than 9.5 points. Karl Anthony Towns lower than 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Emmanuel Quickly higher than 29.5 points. And Nikola Jokic, the Joker, higher than 23.5 rebounds and assists. All right, so there it is. That's how we looking, man. But anyway, hey, you guys play at home, play to win, but play responsibly. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com, use the Underdog app. Use our code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a free pick. Underdog also has the daily fantasy game as well as the pick'em game. So you choose what you want to play, and that's that. You play responsibly on this Friday night. But that's it, man. That's it. As I said, all eyes on the captain. You guys heard it here. Jalen Brunson update. Likely out until the playoffs. Hey, that's what it is with us, Knicks Nation, man. It was never pretty. It's just got to be gritty. It's next man up. Let's see what these guys are made of. I'm still orange and blue through and through, man. Hope you guys are as well. Hope you guys can join us tonight. CK2K back on the play-by-play. Then we'll be back for a late night post-game live. Salute to A Seri Chronicles. $5 Super Chat says, I disagree that seeding doesn't matter. MSG crowd is the 6th man in the playoffs. Yeah, that's why I say no lower than 4. No lower than 4. Good with 3, no lower than 4. Malachi Goodrich, salute to you as well. Salute to all of our franchise channel members. Salute to everybody that called in. And we appreciate the call. You know what? Let me get to this new caller. We're going to go into overtime real quick. I see... Hang on. I see Molly 1105. Molly 1105, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's your name? Where you calling in from, man? We in overtime.
My name is Malachi. I'm calling from New York.
Okay, is this Malachi Goodrich, the franchise channel member?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, salute to you, man. Right on time, man.
Yeah, I'm new to the channel. I like the content and everything.
Okay.
But basically, I just wanted to talk. If you still have time, I just wanted to talk about like last night.
Sure.
About the game. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. Just like with the Knicks is like, I feel like we lost our grit from last year. It's like I feel like last year we had to fight. We had to kind of fight hard for everything last year. Now I feel like it's like teams aren't taking us seriously. We're either coming up short against like the great teams or like I don't know. I feel like we're just in a very hard situation right now.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, there's no question their identity has changed. Their grit has changed with the departure of guys like Hartenstein. I thought Hartenstein. I told you, man, the Hartenstein loss was going to be big. People like, yo, CP, what are you talking about? You acting like this is Will Chamberlain. I said, watch the games. Watch the games with Hartenstein, man. DiVincenzo, it's big.
And I don't know. I feel like I've said this a lot of times, because Kai's he's an amazing player, but I feel like he needs everyone needs to buy in on defensively. If we want to make a big push, that's the first issue we got to do, because if everyone's attacking Cat in the pick and roll, it's like, it's kind of hard. And like, yeah, Mitch is gonna help, like being the 5, but Cat, he's gonna have to buy in like defensively, and then also offensively, we need to get like Mikel. I would have loved to see Mikel like get more like involved in the offense yesterday. It was times where like he wasn't even trying to attempt a jump shot or anything like that. So it's like we need to figure out that relying on Brunson, like last year in the playoffs, we relied on Brunson, and then it got to the point, I think he got hurt. Was it game 6 or 7? I think in round 2. So it's like we can't depend on Brunson to bring us that far. Everyone needs to buy in. That's the main problem.
Next man up, man. Next man up. Now, yo, listen, man. You gotta look in the franchise channel member area of the community section. I left instructions there on how to connect your YouTube account to the Discord. You sound like you're from the younger generation, so it should be pretty easy to follow those instructions. Make sure you do that so that the next time you call, you click on the members lounge instead of the regular lounge.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that way, when the perk of that is that when you're in the members lounge, you get to skip ahead. So like last night, for example, we had like 20 people calling in, but we go to the members first. The members get that priority because that's what you guys pay for. The members go first over everybody. We clear the members lounge first, and then we get to the main lounge. Right? So make sure you're doing that.
Oh, so I'm in the wrong lounge.
Yeah, you were in the wrong one. That's all right. This was your first time. So make sure you connect through Discord, connect your YouTube account to the Discord, and then jump into the members lounge next time. You'll have access to the members lounge.
Are you guys going live tonight after the game?
We go live after every game, sir. We go live after every game. We'll be here for you, man.
All right. So I'll see you guys then.
Yeah, man. Stay up, bro. See you tomorrow. See you later. Yeah, literally tomorrow. Yeah. See you, man.
Yeah.
All right, no doubt. All right. That was Molly G, man. Just had to steer him in the right direction. He's new to the program. He's new to the Discord. So we had to, you know what I'm saying, TM? We had to make sure that he's situated properly. But anyway, man, let me take my break because I'll go all night. I'll be talking all night. So let me take my break. Hey, let me know what you guys think about the Brunson situation. And hey, leave me a comment. All right, keep the faith, Knicks Nation. We'll see you guys later. Peace.